One thing that I don't like about this mower is that when this armrest messed up, it started doing all this. I took it off and I never put it back on because we wasn't using the mower. But now that I'm using it, boy, if this mower is straight, I'll put another seat on it. I'll buy a brand new seat for it, man. But these mowers, I'm telling y'all, dude, these mowers are worthy of that if they're running good. And when you look at this mower, it looks like hell. But this engine don't even have 800 hours on it. And it's a big block, fuel injected, big boy engine. You should at least be able to get 3,000 hours out of that engine. One thing that I want to do too is I'm going to make a place outside to put the man lift, and I'm just going to cover it with a tarp. I think, I don't know for sure, but I think I can back it up in here. I don't know for sure though, that looks kind of tight. If I can just back it up in here and put a tarp over the middle of it, then, you know, I had planned on doing a lot of stuff this year with the fence and all, but I'm not going to get to it. But I want to protect the man lift from the heat all day. And if I can back it up into here, the building will protect it from the sun, you know, a lot more than if it were just anywhere outside. And these things are, I mean, whenever you see these man lifts, anywhere, wherever, it doesn't matter, wherever, they're always outside, always. So, yeah. What you do is you put a bag over this, and then you just lay you just need an 8x8 tarp, you know, and just lay over this area right here. And then just you know, this past year, 2023, I'm not sure exactly how much money this machine here generated for me, but I want to say about 15,000. So something like that. So yeah, this is an old Red Max weed eater that Jared had at his house, and I think I can get it running. We'll play with that when we have time to see. You don't hardly have time to do anything now. Y'all know I fixed the BR 800 blower. I'm probably going to buy another blower though, just to have on standby. And I got to go over all the chainsaw stuff with my new guy, but he's not here today, so let's just get out here and let's just make about, well, let's just make about $300 or $400 real quick this morning. And yeah, not a problem. Should be pretty easy to do. This is a BR 700, that's a BR 800. I'm not a big fan of the 800, I'll be honest. I never even use it. It's so heavy, man, for what it does. And I know there's a lot of guys go, man, that BR 800, man, it's a lot better than the 700 or the 600. Well, you got to put that in perspective. I don't do a lot of leaf stuff. So a BR 800 for me in lawn maintenance is way overkill. It's way overkill, man. You don't need all that for lawn maintenance, you know. You're just at the job. So I'm on the fence, y'all, and y'all tell me what y'all think. So, and I know this video is a little bit odd. I don't have to do a lot of editing. So in the shop here, a few things that I would like to do. And really the shop is a little chaotic and has been ever since I decided to do what I'm going to tell y'all. So, y'all know I had the wall spray foam, right? I want to do the ceiling. And I know it's a necessary evil. I'm going to have to do the ceiling. Because in the summertime, it is so hot in here that you can't even hardly stand to be in here. I'm just saying, it's really, really, really hot. And I've been on the fence for the last 6 months or so, 7 months. Well, ever since last summer when I saw how hot it gets in here, about doing the spray foam on the ceiling. They want $5 grand to do the spray foam on the ceiling. But I would have to rip this stuff off. Not all the way off, but you would have to get in here and rip some of that stuff down so the foam can stick to the metal. I don't really know if I want to spend $5 grand on that, because that's going to, you know, put my funding for this season. Of course, I mean, I can get money out of savings or whatever to do it, but I've kind of already tapped everything I want to tap this year. You know, with the truck and everything. But what's really got me on the fence about this is I can't really set shop up as long as I know that I'm going to do the ceiling foam, the foam ceiling, because everything's got to come out of here. Because when you start spraying that foam this way, it drips down everywhere. All this stuff right here is going to have to be covered up or moved. You know, yeah. The man lift, I'm not going to want the man lift in here or the skid steer in here or any of the mowers in here when they're doing the ceiling. Yeah. So a couple things got to happen. Number one, I got to come off the $5 grand. Okay. Then you know, once I commit to that in my head, then I got to get up in here and rip this paper stuff down, which is just this bubble wrap. It ain't nothing, man. It don't do nothing. Be nice to keep it on there and be able to do the spray foam, but they said that won't work because the spray foam it's got to stick to more than just paper. So I don't know, but that's one thing that's got to happen before I can really move in the shop and start setting permanent things up. That's why the shop always seems to appear like it's not all the way done yet. And it's not. It's a work in progress. Probably never be done. But in order for me to really move in and start setting things up permanently in here, I got to do the spray foam. Because every time I get ready to do something permanent in here, I say, oh man, I don't want to do that because I'm going to have to take everything out of here for the spray foam. I got a great big American flag that I'm going to hang somewhere. It's big too. It's over there underneath the heater over there. Then, you know, I worry a lot about stuff, you know, put it like this. Tools that you see in here and equipment that you might see in here and blah, 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 it's valuable. And it's easy money to somebody that wants to take some of it, right? So I'm super hyper paranoid about, you know, leaving a bunch of tools in here. Even it doesn't matter, because you could take some of my tools and I wouldn't even know it until I need it. So I'm gonna have to devote a day of me and Jared in here ripping this stuff down. Now I got the man lift, and you know, once you get everything out of the way and I got a guy here with me, then you know we could probably rip the man lift, rip this paper bubble wrap down enough to do the spray foam. But $5 grand, man, that seems to be hurting me a little bit. I don't really want to do that, but I need to. I really do. I don't want to wait till the middle of the summer to do it. I want to do it before it gets hot. Then I can assess what else I need to do to keep it cooler in here, because in the summertime, like I said, it's so hot in Georgia and it's so hot in here based on last summer. I don't care if you got fans and everything, it's hot. You're just moving a bunch of hot air around. But if we can keep it a little bit cooler in here, then that's what we want to do, right? And that'll help on the noise too when it rains, because right now when it rains, it's super loud in here, and it can just be drizzling a little bit outside, and it's really loud in here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on and call the man that's gonna set me That's gonna put me really low on money though, man, you know, running money, without having to maybe, if I do the ceiling in here, then if something major happens where I need a chunk of money, I'm gonna have to dig into the savings account or into an account that I don't normally get money out of, okay? So, yeah, and this is not something I would finance, you know. I would not finance that. I probably could, but I wouldn't do that. Before I finance anything else, I'm gonna have to pay something off. So, the only thing that in here that you see that is financed is the Kubota. Everything else is paid for. Everything. Everything that you see. So, yeah. It's a great day to work though, man. It's not hot, it's not cold, the sun is out and beaming, and I'm gonna call them today because this is really bothering me about having to go through all this. If they want the $5 grand and they would tell me, hey, we'll do the ripping the paper down, I would do that in a heartbeat. I'd be, can y'all come tomorrow? But see, I know I'm gonna have to devote time, energy, and effort to that. And as long as I'm in the off season, not really earning a lot, I'm earning enough to, you know, to pay my bills and to keep rolling, and maybe have a little bit left over, but not $5 grand, you know. But in order for me to really be able to move into this shop 100% completely, I'm gonna have to devote some time to this. Once I do the sealing and once they spray it and they get out of the way and everything's cleaned up, then I can start, you know, putting things exactly where I want them to stay. I don't think that I like the blue shelf in the back there like that, because I have to wade through equipment to get to things on the shelf. You see what I'm saying? You see right now, if I want to get something off that shelf, I gotta wade through it. I don't want to store the equipment up this way, right? Because, well, then I gotta go around stuff to get the stuff. I want to store the equipment in the back and be able to have a working area, you know, say from that slab, that cut in the concrete right there, you know, the last 15 feet or so to the door. I like for this to be a work area so I can get to the tools, I can get to the fridge, I can get to the equipment and all that. If I move this area right here to the back there, and then that would be backwards because I would always be dodging equipment, because I like to have some open floor space to be able to work on stuff. That was the biggest thing in my garage. There was no space to do anything. You put 2 mowers in my garage and then and with all the other little stuff, you got problems. The man lift, I need to use the man lift to get all this ripped down, and then I need to put the man lift into another location. And there's quite a few ways you can do that. That box on top of the man lift there, it comes off, it unplugs. So you can actually unplug that, and a lot of the rental yards, that's what they do. They unplug those, they put those inside. And then when they rent the machine, they just, you know, they give them the box to plug onto the top. But as long as this thing's not sitting directly in the sun, I mean, a part of me says, you know, damn, man, that's a lot of money to be sitting there. But dude, having that right there is freaking stupid handy, man. It's really handy to have, and it's paid for. So, well, you really ain't even using it that much. I know, man, and that's part of, but I don't hardly have time to use it. I got more equipment than I got time, if that makes sense. Because over the years, with taxes and everything, I ended up buying, I just buy more useful equipment. As long as you can make the mowers last longer than they're supposed to, and I do, by putting engines on them, then I'm able to up my equipment game, if you will. Because the mowers last so long now that I know what I'm doing with the lawn mowers, is that I'm not replacing them after, you know, 1,000 hours or 1,500 hours or even 2,000 hours. I'm getting 3,000 hours and still counting on my lawnmowers. And if you can get that much time out of the lawnmowers, then that frees up money to buy things like that and the shop and all that. That mower's running great. It's a little weak, but it's got 2,000 something hours on it. It's a little bit weak though. It's not nearly as strong as my new one, of course, which is the same engine, but the frame, the deck, and everything is solid on it, man. I mean, these Exmart Laser Z X series are overbuilt. And once you buy one of these, you don't really have to ever buy another one, probably. I've never had any issues with any hydraulic pump or drive motor on any of the Exmart machines I've ever had, not ever. I mean, I bought them used before back in the day, and they're 15 years old, and no hydraulic issues, never. So that's why I like these mowers. They're tried, they're proven, and they're to be durable. And when you have the same exact mower times 4, then you learn all about these mowers. When guys have mowers that are different brands, different size decks, and I understand you got to have that, but brands, I like, even no matter which brand is better or worse, everybody has their opinion, and that's irrelevant. Having the same mowers, as long as they're top mowers, being the Exmart Laser Z, I guess grudgingly the Skag, Turf Tiger, or whatever, and then some of the other top brands, I don't know, Hustler, Ferris. Once you have the mowers, frame and all, then with these, it's just about keeping the engine running, because everything else is solid, man. And I know that because I got the surging mower I've had for 10 years. I mean, 10 years for a lawnmower in business is a long time, man. And that's why when y'all see me buy a lawnmower, it's always the same mower. Then when I buy blades and I buy all the things that the mower needs, I can't buy too many. I got 4 mowers, exactly the same belts, exactly the same blades, exactly the same everything. Oil and oil filter. Well, the oil filter's a little bit different, but not much. The Cowie oil filters are all the same, and I got all the oil filters are the same except for the Kohler. And I would not buy a Kohler engine anymore. I had some problems with the steel pressure washer that I bought with the Kohler engine on it, and I've had nothing but problems out of this fuel injected Kohler engine. But once you get it, I mean, I gotta freaking use it, right? I mean, if I sell a mower, that'll be the one I sell, and it will quickly be replaced with a Cowie mower. But having that mower as a backup is a great backup mower. So 4 Laser Z's, 60-inch mowers is all I got. I ain't got a whole bunch of mowers, and I got 2 of the commercial 30s, which I don't even want to use. So the Laser Z X series mowers that I use, I'll keep replacing them. And just to show you the price uppage on them, that first one that I bought, I got it through the distributor. I paid $8,800 for that fuel injected mower that you're looking at the back of it right there. After that was the first big boy mower. This is the second big boy mower. I paid about $13,500 for it, okay, in 2019, right before COVID. And then, that did not include, no, that included the 12 tires on that one. I had to add 12 tires to that one because 2014 12 tires are not popular at all. So then I bought that one. I paid $13,500 for that one. This is how the mowers have gone up in price. And then the one in the shipping container that I got, the brand new one I just got, it's like $18,000, right? And then the one on the front with the 25.5 horsepower engine on it, I paid $9,000 and it had 900 hours on it. So, but the frame, the hydraulic pumps and drive motors are the exact same size as the $18,000 lawnmower in the shipping container. So, yeah. So that shows you how much more expensive the mowers are. And that's why I'm holding on to them. I'm not trading and I'm not doing anything with them because they just keep going up in value. And now if I was going to be getting out of the lawn mowing business, then I would, you know, obviously I would think different, but I'm not. And I can't get enough money for these mowers to be worthy of me selling them when I know what it costs to replace one. Once you got 2 or 3 Exmark or big boy top of the line mowers, and then somehow you round up the 4th one, oh my Lord, you are really able to do a lot of work and you don't have a lot of downtime and you're not wearing the mowers out. When you just got one lawnmower and you're trying to build and grow, then you put a lot of hours on them pretty fast. This way, I hadn't even ran my brand new one. I hadn't even ran it this year. So, and I know, let me close everything up and set the alarm. Let's grab us a drink here. Shut the light off. Set the alarm. And just to show y'all, some of the guys that don't know, that's the new equipment trailer tire. That was like $170 right there. Crazy, man. Y'all see it, man. Look at all that good equipment, dog. Boy, your boy's got some equipment. He ain't got nothing else. Yeah, y'all see it, man. This is the newest mower that I got. It's got 150 hours on it. So I don't know how, I know y'all probably can't see it very good, but yeah, brand new. So we'll just let this thing ride out because I want it to hold its value. I mean, if I could go all summer without cranking that mower up, well, that'd be nice, but like I said, the more mowers you have, the less wear you're gonna put on each individual one. And that pays dollars, man. That really does. That pays dollars. I'm gold, man. I said gold. X series. The pumps are the same on this one with the 25 horsepower as on this one with the 37 horsepower. The hydraulics are what is the most expensive on these mowers. You think, well, the engine is not the most valuable thing on these mowers. It's the hydraulics and the drive motors. That's what costs so much money. So once you have the frame, then it's just about powering it, man, because since I redid that deck on that one, it is just, and it's running solid, it is just a beast. I want to grab some seat foam. I got a couple of cans of it. Half in each mower. Half a can in each one. So far so good with the, well, maybe not. I need to fix something real quick. Y'all see when this thing got broke, it snatched his whole battery box and damn near broke it off, it looks like. I got to put that back on there. I'm gonna have to use, I'm probably gonna use some of these great big zip ties.